Hey, what's up my YouTube beautiful sisters? It's me, your girl Reese812, coming today to do a video on basically some questions and some answers from my video I did on my sewing with bangs. I'm going to put a response video down here with the sewing with bangs. If you haven't checked it out and you're wondering what I'm talking about, this would be the video right down here. Okay, so I've been getting a couple of questions from my subscribers and other people asking me what I did and how I did it. So to my subscribers that's asked me when I'm going to do a tutorial, I'm definitely going to do a tutorial. I'm just not going to do one right now because I'm 13 weeks post, and when I do my sewings, I usually leave some of my hair out, y'all, and I am definitely not leaving none of this. Oh yeah, I'm definitely not leaving none of this out. So I'm gonna do one like 3 or 4 weeks into my relaxer after I get it. So stay tuned for that. So but when I do it, however, I'm not going to do another one with a bang because like I said, I leave some of my hair out and I don't want to cut my hair again. So I took out this part right here to show you guys how much my bang has grown out since that video, which was in May. Okay, so I'll show you guys that at the end. So this was a couple of questions that I was getting. One of the questions was, how did I braid my hair and what is a beehive? Because I know in my video I was like, and then when I got to the top, I went into a beehive. Okay, so I braided like 4 horizontal braids going in the back. Okay, 4 horizontal braids was in the back of my head. I kind of drew a little sketch so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And don't laugh because I'm not an artist and I don't know how to draw. I just drew it out so you guys can get the feel of what I'm doing, right, or what I did. So this was the back. This was the 4 horizontal braids I had in the back of my head. And when I say a beehive, this was the top of my head. It's just basically going into a circle. It looks like a damn beehive to me. That's why I call it a beehive. I don't know. But yeah, that was the top. That's the beehive, y'all. That's the infamous beehive I be talking about. Now, however, there are a lot of different techniques you guys can use on how to braid your hair for sewing. You can do straight cornrows to the back, horizontal cornrows this way, some going this way, some going that way. This is just how I did my hair. Not saying you have to braid yours the exact way. That's just how I did mine. Okay, so I hope that answered the question of how I braided my hair. That was it. That's the infamous beehive, and just 4 horizontal braids in the back. Another question was how much hair was left out. I left out enough hair to the top so I would have enough to cover the top tracks. You know what I'm saying? Just enough so I can comb down from the back, the 2 sides, and the front. Just so it can cover. You want to leave out enough so it can cover your tracks. You know what I mean? You don't want to have, you know, a pretty damn hairstyle and then somebody look to the top of your head, they can see all your tracks. So definitely just leave out enough that you can cover your tracks and will look natural if you leave your hair out. Okay. How did I cut my bangs? I just, you know, my hairline is basically like or whatever. I had to keep checking my time, y'all, because I done ran over like 4 times. So this is like my 5th time doing this damn video. Anyways, let me jump back into it before I run out of time again. So I just used this point right here as my cutting point, and then I cut my bangs straight across, and then I went back in and clip it in so it won't look such like a blunt cut. It'll just look like more natural. You want to take your scissors and kind of, you know, get a little bit in depth with it or whatever, so it won't look straight blunt straight across. When you're cutting your bangs, if you want your bangs to be by your eyebrow, cut it a little bit longer than where you see it, where you want it to be. Don't cut it exactly where you want it to be. Cut it a little bit longer, so because once you use your flat iron and kind of bump it a little bit, it's going to come up a little bit. So then it's going to probably be a spot that you didn't want it in, like, oh shit, my bang's too high. So definitely cut it a little bit longer so when you bump it, it can fall into the exact spot you want it in. Okay. How long can you leave it in? You can leave it in, it depends, it all depends on the hair type, the hair texture, how much you spend for the hair. You know, the more money you spend, the better quality of hair you're going to get. Like I said, I paid what, $25 for the hair that I had, and it was a good quality of hair to be that amount. I thought it was. I left mine in for like 3 weeks, that's it, but it really did. It could have lasted longer, but I just took it out because that's how long I leave my hair, and I don't leave it in for a long period of time. You can leave it in how long as you want. As long as you take care of it, it should last you a good while, especially if you don't spend a lot of money on hair. Definitely get your money's worth. Okay, let that sucker stay in there. What did I use to keep my hair looking good? The only thing I can say that I was doing to that hair was just oiling my scalp and putting a little bit of oil, not that much because we know oil is heavy, so just a little bit. I think I've been using my Wild Growth hair oil, and I was just oiling my scalp, because when you have a sewing in, especially if you're on the healthy hair care journey or whatever, you definitely want to take care of your scalp under any protective style you have in. So just because you got a protective style, just because you got a sewing, don't just jump up and say, oh, I don't gotta do shit to my hair this day or the day on my scalp because I got my little tracks in, baby, and you can't tell me nothing. Definitely go back in and oil your scalp, spray some oil sheen in it. Definitely just pay some attention to your scalp. Don't just, you know, forget about it just because you have a sewing. So I will always oil my scalp like every other day or every 2 days, and then just get you a good paddle brush and a good flat iron, and that's how I maintain mine. So when I went to sleep at night, I probably I never wrapped it. I just probably clipped it up, put my little satin cap on the top, and then carry my behind to sleep. Okay. How can you get a bang without cutting your real hair? Now, to get a bang without cutting your real hair, you will have to braid your whole head. Okay, braid all your hair up and then do a closure to the top, and then you can cut it however you want it without cutting any of your hair. Now I'm like I said, I'm so used to leaving my hair out that, you know, that's how I did mine. But you do not have to leave your hair out, and your hair will still look good or whatever. A lot of people don't leave their hair out because, for one, they keep it in for a long period amount of time, which I don't. Like I say, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, that's probably the longest I keep it in. So a lot of people, you know, use it as a protective style and don't leave any of their hair out. And it's hard to find, you know, it's so damn hard to find a hair, you know, some tracks that matches your hair color, especially, you know, if you have, you know, colored hair, color treated hair, or if you have, you know, a hard color to find. It just happened that that color exactly matches my hair to the point, you know what I mean? So it worked out for me. But it's so hard, so that's why a lot of people, you know, probably sewing all their hair because they don't want 2 different tones of color hair. But nowadays people don't give a damn if the shit blonde and your hair black. Okay, that's the style right now. So if you want to do it that way, you can, but without cutting your real hair, definitely just braid all your hair up and just cut it how you want it and style it how you want it. It will still look good. I just leave some of my hair out. Once again, I just leave some of my hair out, but definitely it will still look good, okay, if you just do it the correct way. Just do a closure and you'll be fine. So I think that's about it, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all the front of my hair because I think I'm about to run out of time. I think I'm like 7 minutes or something like that, and I'm not trying to go over again because I'll be damn if I'm gonna do this video again. Okay, so like I said, I cut my bangs back in May or whatever when I did that video. So now, like I said, I'm on the little hair care thing, so I'm not trying to cut it again. But this is how much my bang has grown out, and like I told you guys, I am 13 weeks post, so the hair is a mess. Okay. So this is how much it has grown out. If you can see, it's like I need to trim a little clipping or trimming or whatever, but it has grown a little bit past my nose, so it has grown out a good much. So that's the reason why I'm not going to do another video with the sewing. So I wanted to answer some of the questions so you guys who want to do it can actually do it or whatever, and get the feel of what I did for my hair. So that's about it. I hope I answered all you guys' questions. Definitely, if I didn't, just leave me down here and I will definitely try my best to answer it. I hope I help you guys out with everything that I could, and all the questions and everything. But I will holler at you guys on the next video. Okay, holla.